This story isn't mine, it's my father's. Back in the 1990s, he was a university student in Kolkata, while my grandparents lived in another state. He rented a fourth-floor apartment with a balcony that brought in light and a refreshing breeze. My dad often left the balcony door open while working on the sofa in the living room. One night, during a storm-induced blackout, the entire apartment was plunged into darkness. It was hot despite being cooler summers back then, so he decided to leave the balcony door and bedroom windows open for ventilation. This was unusual, as he always closed them before going to bed. In the middle of the night, he woke up drenched in sweat, a gut feeling warning him that something was wrong. As he tried to figure out what disturbed him, he realized he needed to use the bathroom. He reluctantly left his room, walking toward the washroom at the far end of the apartment. Passing by the sofa in the living room, he froze. The balcony door was open, letting in a cool breeze just as he hoped. But what he hadn't hoped for were the shadowy figures sitting on the sofa. There were 3 or 4 of them, their forms shifting and blending with the darkness. He couldn't make out distinct features, but he felt their gazes piercing through him. Fear paralyzed him. He wanted to run back to his room, but nature's call was insistent. Closing his eyes tightly, he bolted to the washroom, did what he had to do, and ran back to his room, feeling their stares following him the entire way. He locked the door, got under his blanket, and forced himself to sleep. When he woke up, sunlight flooded the living room, and everything looked normal. The balcony door was still open, but the figures were gone. He never mentioned the experience to my grandparents, not wanting to alarm them. Only my mom and I know about it. Surprisingly, he stayed in that apartment until he graduated and never experienced anything similar again. He did, however, start closing the balcony door at night without fail. Afterward, he researched the building's history, looking for clues. No burial grounds, no recorded tragedies, no signs of paranormal activity. He eventually dismissed it as a vivid nightmare or a hallucination. But I sometimes wonder, what if those shadowy figures weren't just his imagination? What if they were real?